Welcome back. Let's now take a look at what's making headlines in the world of business. The National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi has defended the substantial allocation to the security sector in this year's budget, stating that Kenya cannot afford to compromise on its safety. While acknowledging growing pressure to cut government spending, Mbadi emphasized that certain critical areas such as security must remain adequately funded.
Amid a constrained fiscal environment, competing national priorities and growing public debate over Kenya's debt levels, the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary says while the calls for austerity measures are valid, there are clear limits to what can be trimmed without jeopardizing essential services.
I've realized one thing. It is easy to say when you are out there, government should apply austerity measures. And let me tell you, if there is just one attack, even the money you want to make available for education will not be there. Even the money you want to make available for health will not be there. Security is not something we can compromise. And I appreciate it when we engage with the security organs. It's when you understand the kind of threats.
Mbadi says the government is considering a 2% reduction in corporate tax from the current 30% to ease the tax burden on companies and without significantly hurting tax revenue targets.
Kenyans should look at this gentleman together with the Commissioner General. They are the ones who hold the key to reduction of corporate tax from 30% to 28%. If they behave well in this financial year, 2026, 2027, we are going to reduce corporate tax.
On the broader economic look, economists are projecting 5% economic growth for Kenya this year. This is expected to be supported by increased consumer spending following the benchmark interest rate cuts by the Central Bank of Kenya that could stimulate household consumption and business activity.
We are in a fairly better place than we were before the last Eurobond. And that is good because then imported inflation declines in terms of our cost of fuel. I think we've experienced a fairly stable environment even from a fuel perspective.
The economists say persistent global uncertainties and the debt burden are some of the risks that could curtail Kenya's ability to fund development projects. Trevor Ngendo for Easy Friday.